It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC North rivals. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 23.
Autumn has arrived in the Mid-Atlantic region of the U.S., and it is a glorious afternoon at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium from the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
They'll go option to the short side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Yeah, this is great work by a quarterback here. He's doing anything he can to avoid taking a square hit. I admire the way he worked his way through the initial contact and then continued downfield for good yardage.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs. established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the Ravens strike first and 3's in.
Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Browns on their way out now for the first time, and we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense, and that's Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson makes his return to the NFL gridiron this season after holding out for the entirety of 2021 and being traded from Houston. The Cleveland Browns, they made a big investment not only to bring him in, but to give him by far the most guaranteed money in NFL history. If Watson remains the same player he was in Houston, though, a 3-time Pro Bowler and one of the game's biggest playmakers, he may finally solve a decades-long search for Cleveland's franchise quarterback.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Watson.
Swings this out for Hunt. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at the 37-yard line.
Multiple players combined for a team's first sack of the game.
It certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about a quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Watson now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Third down. Darn defense. Breaking in the field with extra defensive reaction speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. That's so frustrating for an offense, especially on the road. You put together a great drive, but in the end, you come away with nothing.
And it kind of silenced the crowd a little, too. But few things wake them up quite like a missed field goal.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Back deep, Jakeem Grant.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he's brought down. Getting this one up to the 35. 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First down there by Jakeem Grant. And as far as return men go, there are a few better in the game right now. The Cleveland Browns, they want to see if he can be as big a contributor on offense as he is on special teams because that 4-3 speed, they have designs on that being utilized all over their offensive scheme.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw is Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. That time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Ravens ready to take over. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here.
The previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that a good call by John Harbaugh in tossing out that red flag. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
He's able to find Wallace. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got him for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. That third down conversion good for 23.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paired up with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were heading for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw again. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he wisely will throw it.
This defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
At interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
The penalty is declined.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that one. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Watson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out right. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Browns. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This is the calm before the storm. This is your game, baby. That's what it is. That's what it is, baby.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Pierce is 340-pound bully against the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw, Watson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Watson. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. This is Hunt on the draw play. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's back in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough slide. They lose a yard there So Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half. And that trend is continuing here.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man is Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Well, anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
He'll decide to keep this once more. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. Unbelievable. Justin Tucker has done it again. He ties his own NFL record with another 66-yard field goal.
Another incredible kick by Justin Tucker. And let's face it, he doesn't surprise us anymore, does he? I still remember seeing the replays of the first one in 2021 at Detroit, bouncing off the crossbar and going through. This guy is flat out amazing.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
ran. He will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
Heading out, it's a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Justin Montebico working his way to the quarterback that time. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To the air yet again, Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 50, it's Watson. And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Correct me if I'm
I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 29 yards. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
Now Cade York for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
We got this.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Another run here with Dobbins. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going long here for Wallace. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really nice gain of 25
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. A give. Dobbins trying the right side. And he'll get this down only to the 18. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. This is caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone, and now it'll be 4th and goal.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. Tucker's kick is good, and that extends their advantage to 6 at 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So now it's Watson and the Browns. Down by 6, 54 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Watson. And that's complete to Grant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
You have no timeouts remaining. You absolutely have to get out of bounds.
One last throw here for Watson. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you don't know than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.